What's going on, guys? It's Unchained here, and you'll notice I'm on Call of Duty Ghosts. Yeah, this is a pretty badass title screen. This Call of Duty is probably some of the best menus I've ever seen in any multiplayer game ever. And I'm not just saying that because I'm excited and it's a new game. Let's head over to Extinction. I'm going to show you guys this new mode that you unlock from completing the first mission of the single-player campaign. I don't know if it was from Black Ops 1, but there was, I think it was the first Zombies map. You had to actually finish the campaign in order to unlock it. And luckily, you don't have to go through all that crap in this game, because that'd be really annoying, because I really wanted to play with my friends, and I didn't feel like finishing the campaign. I don't speedrun campaigns. I haven't gone to a midnight release in a while, but I sure as hell wouldn't go to a midnight release and finish the campaign in a night. I think I only did that once, and it might have been with Modern Warfare 2, because I was just so excited that it came out, and I was like, alright, I'm just going to knock this game out and finish it. Message of the day. Welcome to Call of Duty Ghosts. We are returning to double XP for launch weekend. 4 epic map. Okay, stop trying to sell me shit. Let's go over to solo. Alright, this is Extinction mode. I'm going to show you guys how this works. It's definitely not the, I guess, Black Ops Zombies mode, except with aliens. It's actually a lot more complex than that. So, when you go to loadouts, you'll notice it isn't like the other Call of Duty games. You essentially can just choose a bunch of weapons and stuff. You have 6 categories, and you'll notice the bottom 4 are mapped to different directions in the D-pad. The top one here, you get the choice between weapon specialists, tank, engineer, or medic. Now, obviously, the medic is good for reviving your teammates. The medic's good for repairing the drill, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Tank is the health and melee guy. I love tank. Basically, you get a lot more health. Your melee attacks do more damage. And for weapon specialist, it seems like it's for just shooting and shit. Down here, you'll notice I haven't unlocked all of them. I think I'm right up at the top right. I'm a level 10, working on 11. Here, it kind of works its way up. The higher rank you are, the better pistol you start out with. Now, let me explain what this 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is. Essentially, within Extinction, you get these points, and you get them for accomplishing challenges or completing challenges. Every time you get a point, you essentially can put it towards these items. Now, one thing that I don't really get yet is, for example, let's take this as an example. Let's say you're on plus 2, which is essentially the level 2 of this class. Faster ADS. Now, if you have the plus 3, let's say you decide to upgrade it with 1 more point, and you have faster reloading, does that mean I also have faster ADS? I'd assume so, because it costs another point to upgrade. Why get rid of a previous upgrade? Now, this is how it works, and I'm going to go into the match and actually show you hands-on. Now, there were a bunch of other menu things I could have went through to show you what each perk it does and how many there are, but that would take way too long. So I'd rather just give you the little overview. And I could tell you straight off the bat, even though there's only one map called Point of Contact in Extinction mode, it's actually a really fun mode. It has some elements of, I'm going to say, Left 4 Dead, and definitely some zombies. I don't want to say it's like a capture and hold kind of thing, but it kind of is in a way. Alright, what's cool is you always spawn in the same location, and every time you level up, you unlock some new gear. Like, I started out with this standard handgun, and now I have this Magnum. Now, you can walk around, and it changes every time. Now, you'll notice there's things here that you can search for. Press and hold X to pick up Semtech grenades. Yay! Alright, so I'm not sure if this is tailored or rather created for 4 players, meaning if I'm playing by myself, if it'll be any, I guess, harder because I don't have teammates. But usually you have to have one guy, I like to call him the drill bitch. They pick up this drill, and they have to move it to a location. And after you put the drill down, you need to hold position against these aliens. Now, it's disappointing, the enemy variety, because honestly, they all kind of look like this. Just variations of this. Now, this challenge indicates don't take any damage before the hive is destroyed. Now, that's actually kind of hard. Even when I'm playing with my friends, this one's actually kind of a real bitch. Because I swear the hit detection is a little weird. And it doesn't always seem to register a lot of the shots. Challenge failed. Well, fuck you. I don't really care about your challenge. Sometimes it seems to take more shots than others. But regardless, this is the one map. It's actually really big, and you work your way up, and the points actually change. Like the points where you got to put the drill down. Now, if you really ask my opinion, I think this mode was kind of added in as, like, I guess a last-minute addition. Now, as you'll notice when I'm playing this, it seems like a well-tailored mode, and in truth, it really is. It's not a half-assed mode. Let's see, kill 15 enemies using pistols. Well, I guess since I only have handguns, I might as well use it. So let's get some pistol kills. But yeah, the reason I say that this was a last-ditch effort into creating some sort of cooperative mode is because months back, when this a little after this game was announced, usually Call of Duty games get announced, I think the first quarter of every year, up until summer, they usually announce a Call of Duty. It's not like it's a surprise or anything. It's really just a matter of what the game's called. But yeah, so after they announced Ghost, they were like, yeah, in this one we're finally going to incorporate some co-op gameplay, and we're going to let the players have a cooperative campaign experience. You can finally play the campaign with a friend. Well, I can honestly assure you guys, Infinity Ward is once again full of complete shit. And you can't play the campaign cooperatively, as far as I know, unless there's some fucking cryptic code you gotta type in. Now, this is a good distraction, but this is the only cooperative option you have. You actually can only play the campaign solo, and this is the only thing you can play with friends outside of the multiplayer component. And honestly, it's a lot of fun, but I wish there was more of an enemy variety, and it's kind of annoying to have to look down all the time when you want to shoot these things. It would be nice to have some walking aliens, kind of like those beasts from Aliens vs. Predator. I mean, I guess then if you had that, it would look a little bit too much like a copycat. I'm gonna punch this guy. Yeah, clearly this wasn't designed for one person. I really was hoping they would have taken the time to program it so if you're playing by yourself, there's less aliens, or maybe you have more health or something, but apparently not. So don't be surprised if I die, because this is honestly supposed to be for about 4 people. But I'll do the best I can. You'll notice on the bottom left, let me talk about the heads-up display for a minute. On the bottom left, you actually have a health bar, and that's your green bar, and you'll see that it's regenerating currently. I actually really like this. I almost wish it was like this in the multiplayer. Then I'd, like, be able to justify a lot of cheap deaths or something. But, yeah, the drill's damaged, so I gotta go repair the bastard. Yeah, under that is your armor, and that's just another perk. I managed to, finish off that round, so it gives me some time to talk about some of the D-pad commands, which honestly come in handy, and actually more than come in handy, it's almost a necessity, I would say. So you notice on the bottom right, D-pad directional commands. Those are the things that you can choose from that loadout menu back in the lobby before you actually get in the game. Left on the D-pad puts up a sentry turret that you can put up and control. Up on the D-pad drops an ammo box. Right is an IMS, and on the bottom it uses your class-specific ability. Or an ability you choose. You can choose a bunch of different ones. Like there's this wolf perk where you can give yourself this vision, kind of like Promethean vision from Halo 4. The one I have gives you some armor. Like you'll drop a box like this, and you'll notice right under my green health bar there's a little bit of blue, and that's my armor. Now that actually acts as an overshield, which is great. So that goes down before your health does. So that really helps out. You need to really use teamwork because it's all about resource management. It's not just about running and gunning. You need to defend the drill. The main purpose of this is to pick up this drill, bring it to these set locations, as you'll notice, like the markers, kind of like on Kill Confirmed. It's just one of those, red triangles. You bring it there, a bunch of aliens come, you shoot the hell out of them, and then you move on. And this is a really big map. I actually haven't completed this map with my friends. We got pretty far, but we couldn't beat it. Now, there's a couple of different components in this that makes it different from zombies. First and foremost, you need to defend the points in order to advance. For example, I can't just run forward to see the rest of the map. The map opens up as you put these drills down and destroy the hives. These things here are hives. There's also little things you can search, like garbage cans, these little crates. You'll find attachments for weapons, upgrades, things of that nature. And honestly, it's really fun. It gives you a good incentive to search around for shit. And it's really, really, really strongly edged towards resource management because you need to save your money up so you can buy weapons. Now, you'll notice right now I'm getting my ass kicked. Yeah, they really didn't design this for one player. It's funny, too. They actually go as far as giving you an option to do solo play. But I don't know how anybody in their right mind would even be able to get through this by themselves. Oh, that's right, you fucking alien. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I was playing it for quite a while. I gotta say, on current gen, Ghosts looks pretty damn good. I mean, to Call of Duty standards, it doesn't look that great. I mean, we're comparing this to, like, Crysis or Battlefield PC on high settings. It looks like fucking dog shit. The reason I say it looks good is because I'm comparing it to other Call of Duty games. When compared to previous Call of Duties, preferably I'd say Black Ops 2, because that was the most recent one that we all got to play, I would say that this game does look better. It's got a really vibrant color palette. The levels, you could tell they kind of added a bit more I guess, color and texture. And it seems like they have this new lighting effect where when you go under like a lit room, it kind of has this dimming effect. And honestly, like, you could just tell that it just begs to be played on next gen. Current gen, it's got a lot of jaggies, and really the AI is not all that smart. But overall, this is just a pretty much just another Call of Duty experience. Would I recommend getting it? Fuck yes, I would. It's really fun. But if you're expecting anything different, you're really not going to get it. So yeah, I'm totally down. Can I even revive myself? That's a great question. Oh, I guess you can get up. That's interesting. Maybe that's how they balanced out the single player. I'm surprised. I didn't think they would have balanced it at all. Well, anyway, if you hit the back button, you could use points that you gain to upgrade your stuff. Like, you'll notice I put some points towards tank, and now my health bar is bigger. You'll notice 2 more little slots in the bottom left that increase a larger bar of health. Now, these points are temporary, as in every time you start a new round, you need to earn those points and upgrade it again. But you've got to ask, well, then what would be the point of even bothering to keep playing? Well, you level up in order to give yourself access to new and better equipment. Once you get new and better equipment, then you have better options to map to the D-pad. So essentially, like, for example, once I level up enough, I could start out with a much more powerful pistol than this 6-shot revolver, so I won't have to reload as often. And I'll also have access to other classes. So there's a lot of replay value involved. Now, what do you do once you actually complete this level? I have no fucking idea. I'm not entirely sure what happens. I guess the game just ends. I guess the whole point to keep playing would be to get a better score. I think Zombies was overall better. I think Black Ops 2 had more content within it. I mean, they had the Strike Force missions, they had 3 zombie maps, and then they had multiplayer with all the maps in that component. This one only has this one map, but keep in mind, it's big. Now, I'm not really paying too much attention on accomplishing this goal here because I'm really just trying to talk and show off the mode, and I'm really not doing all that well. I'm actually doing really bad. But like I said, this is really designed for multiple players. Playing the single player is really just wasting your time. It's honestly, I honestly gotta say, it's more fun to play Zombies single player than it is with this, just because this is, like, fucking hard. I mean, if I had sleight of hand or just a bigger clip, it wouldn't be a problem, but the fact is, I gotta reload this weapon. Honestly, whatever, any weapon I'd use, I'd have to reload it constantly. But it's okay, because we're going to keep trying to get through this stage. We're going to get as far as I possibly can without dying. But yeah, what would I rate this game? Overall, obviously this isn't a review. I'm not doing any cuts. I'm not showing multiplayer or single player. So far, only given that I've played the first intro sequence of the campaign, and I've extensively played the multiplayer for a good 4 or 5 hours, and I've played pretty deeply into this mode, I would say this game deserves about an 8 to an 8.5. Obviously, it's got a lack of innovation, but all the weapons have a really good kick to them. The changes they made do feel, I'm not going to say significant, but it feels good enough to the point where you know you're playing a different game. Overall, it's a lot of fun. I mean, this mode is tons of fun if you're playing with friends. If you're by yourself, all I would do outside the campaign is, the multiplayer. And it's got a really weird progressional system, too. You unlock squad points, and essentially, it's kind of stupid because let's say I unlock an iron sight for an M16, and then I decide on the same class, mind you, let's say I decide to use an MP9 or an MP7. If I go to buy that same, like, not iron sight, just any fucking sight, essentially. Let's say I go to buy that same sight on a different weapon, I need to buy it again, which is retarded. I don't understand why that is. You should be able to just buy, like, laser sights, I don't know, infrared visors and all this bullshit, and then you should be able to use it on any weapon that you can choose from. But instead, every single weapon has a separate tier of sights, and you need to buy them all separately. So it takes a long time to get your stuff together. It's a good idea to just use the default classes and build up some squad points, so you can essentially just get your character built up all in one go. Oh, keep coming, aliens. Keep them coming. Yeah, the AI is actually pretty fierce. These aliens, they're more hell-bent on destroying the drill than they are on killing you. But when they do swarm up, they swarm up, and it gets really, really hard. I'm actually going to show off this weapon up here. The MR... whatever that's called. How do I not have enough money? I've been gunning them down, like, this entire video. Yeah, there's a couple of different ways to get money. Most of the ways is just to... the biggest way is just to kill people. The MR26. It's funny because this looks like it'd be an assault rifle, but it's actually... I don't know if it'd be considered a marksman rifle. I think it is. It's that separation between assault rifle and sniper where you essentially get this one really powerful shot. So it's a semi-automatic gun, and it this one in particular is from, it's got an iron sight on, so it's kind of default, but it kills most enemies in one shot, so it's pretty strong. So essentially, if you're playing with your friends, you might want one person to get on the turret while the other person, let's say, provides ammo, while someone else provides that infrared vision so they can see enemies easier. It gives them like a highlight glow. Single player, I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, honestly, the best method that I would say is just bank as much money as you can. Always make sure you're at full ammo, and put your back up against a wall, and don't go anywhere outside of the drill area because you need to defend it. So I have a couple of skill points here. Let's see, increase damage at long range, faster movement. Yeah, let's do that. Armor, let's increase armor a couple of points, and I'll put down, let's see, a vest. So you'll notice it actually gave me a little bit more armor. It's that blue line under my health bar. So I have a pretty good amount of health right now. Alright, let's see. Where are they coming from? Now, this part could not be stretched out to be any longer than it is. This chopper comes over, and it starts shooting at this hive. I shit you not, it does this for like 5 minutes until it lets you advance. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I mean, you can just tell with, like, little broken pieces of the game like that. Like, come on, this should have been, like, shooting it for maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. And just have the player move on. But, I mean, once again, I don't know if it's designed to change timing or enemy count, depending on how many players are in the game. So, there's really no way of knowing other than to just ignore it, hold position, kill the aliens. Yeah, that was actually a different type of alien there. You'll notice some of them glow and they shoot acid. Some of them are red and they explode in your face. But they don't look all that different. They all kind of have that same, I guess, mutant rat kind of look to them. And honestly, they're kind of fun to shoot. I gotta be honest. I was really nervous these things would be as fun to shoot as the zombies were. But they're pretty fun to take down. I mean, honestly, the whole point of this mode is to just gun these things down. So you better like shooting them. If you don't, you're not going to ever want to play this mode. I'd assume they'd put more maps out as DLC releases. That would be nice. I mean, there really only this one environment to run around in. It really stinks, though. I didn't realize how much I'd have so much trouble building up money. I've, like, no money. How much is this? 1,500. I only have 1,050. That really sucks. I don't even have enough money to drop an ammo box. I don't know why it's... Oh, you're screwing me, game. You are screwing me over. Okay. That's 1,500. Oh, that's right. I'd rather just die anyway, because I really just need teammates. This is impossible to play by yourself. I just jumped up and punched him right in the face. Oh, these are the acid spitters. I got fucked up. Well, it's totally okay, because I don't want to get too far on that anyway. It's really not fun in solo. But yeah, overall, this is a great game. I totally recommend picking it up. If you're anywhere near into first-person shooters, or anywhere near a GameStop, go buy it. But yeah, if you're into first-person shooters, and you like Call of Duty, would this game change your mind? If you're not, no, it wouldn't. If you're into Call of Duty, would this game keep you playing? Of course it will. Yeah, I didn't unlock anything new that time. But yeah, Extinction really does feel like a tacked-on mode. It's nothing special. But, you know, the multiplayer component's where it's at, as it is for every Call of Duty. So yeah, thanks for watching and listening, guys. Hopefully you kind of have a better idea and an understanding of how Extinction mode works, because I know me and my friends were so fucking confused. I mean, just as a little overview... Fuck you, Felguam. Fuck you! But yeah, just as a little overview, you essentially level up to get yourself access to better equipment, and it's all about resource management. You map any perk that you want to the D-pad, and you use that specific perk, and it's really about teamwork, 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 teamwork. I can't say that enough. If you don't use teamwork, you will get mutilated in Extinction. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I will probably do a couple multiplayer videos, so stay tuned.